Hello everyone. May the joys of spring be with you, because they're certainly with me. I just feel very rejuvenated, and I'm really looking forward to the coming growing season. But as you can see, a lot of work to be done tidying up and repairing. So we've got the spring rejuvenation and renewal. Come, I'll show you these little daffodils that are growing up in Bridget's garden. So these are the first two daffodils that actually open up and show us their flowers, and I'm so happy that it's happened here in Bridget's garden, because we're in the season of Imbolc, so it's appropriate that that's where they should open first. So today I'm just going around the garden having a look at the signs of spring. So we've got the daffodils, and we've got some beautiful ramsons over there that I'll show you in a minute. But I'm also looking at we've got to renew the veg beds with seaweed and manure and compost and all those kind of lovely organic things. And then we've also got to do some maintenance, like taking out briars where they shouldn't be. And we've got to repair the polytunnel because it got torn. And we're not rebuilding, but extending and repairing the greenhouse. So we have lots of work. So let's look at the good stuff first. We'll have a look at the ramsons over here. I think I'll make some tasty pesto. So here, look, a lovely scrumptious bunch of ransoms. It's wild garlic, and they're very similar to, well, at first glance they're similar to snowdrops, but they're not, because you can tell from the taste. So lovely and garlicky. So even from this early on in the garden, there's food to be had. So we could just throw these into a salad, or I could make a pesto, as I said, because it is really gorgeous. But there's signs of spring everywhere. The buds on the trees are getting ready to burst open, and the roses are, look, the rose bush over there is completely green with leaf, new fresh beautiful leaves. And the wild valerian is here again already. We've been lucky that we've had such a mild winter. Things have been growing, I think, through the winter as well, because the temperatures were so mild. So I think when you see all these signs of rejuvenation, it gets you energized and ready to do all the necessary repairs. So I'll show you the greenhouse. This is the greenhouse, and Lord built this greenhouse 12 to 15 years ago from found materials. He used pallets and decking that people were throwing out. All that decking would have gone to landfill, or it would have been burned, and it was already full of chemicals, so that would have been an environmental nightmare. Instead, we've used it here. Some of it has rotted away after all that time, and we were thinking of extending, as you can see here. So while we're extending, we're going to reclad it with more pallet wood and other found materials. Now we've also got, at the front of a house where the guttering is, they put something called a fascia. We've got lots of that from a house that was taken down, and even though it's kind of plasticky, it will last us a lifetime, and it's something else that isn't going into landfill. So we feel very proud of ourselves that we're doing that little thing. But really it makes sense, because we're saving money and we're doing our bit for the environment. So it's not really a big deal, it's just common sense. So in here, in the foundations, old bits and bobs that would go to the town recycling centre or whatever, or they might just have to go into landfill, they will go in just to give a bit of kind of strength to the foundation. And also, when we took this wall down here, there was a lot of barbed wire, which is a horrible thing. I can't stand it. It's so nasty, and obviously it's useful to farmers, but it's dangerous. So we're going to throw that in as well, because we can't recycle that, and it's dangerous to have it lying around. So that's going to go in there too. So it's cleaning up as well as reusing things. Now, I've said before about how difficult it is to plant here in this garden, and how sometimes plants are kind of just dotted about in odd places, and that's because we have so much rock underneath that sometimes you can just get things in where you can. So you can see this big rock here that's just been uncovered. In some places it's 3 or 4 inches beneath the soil. In other places it's a good foot down, but it's finding the deeper areas is the problem when you're trying to plant something. So I just thought that would be interesting to see, because now you know what we're up against when we're trying to, you know, create something that looks beautiful and plant, when sometimes you just can't do that. You've just got to stick things in where you can get them in. I'm going into the greenhouse now. I've got my little seed sowing apron on. I've got all my seeds in here. I can still use the greenhouse until this end is knocked down. So I'm going to get some seeds started and I'll show you the greenhouse. Okay, so this is the greenhouse. As you can see, it's not in the best state, but that's going to be remedied. So everything in here has been repurposed or recycled. All the windows came from skips or building sites. They were being thrown away. The trough has been made from the old railway platform in Clifton. We used to have a railway station years ago, up until the early 30s, I think, when they just stopped bringing trains to Clifton. This is the hot box that Lol made. It's so simple. It's just it's a cable underneath sand, and we plug it in and it warms up, and it's brilliant for those early seedlings like tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers. Gives them a good start. And then I've got all this old shelving is actually from inside freezers or fridges. Again, it's from the local town recycling centre. And there you are. So I've got everything I need to get on with my seed sowing. This is, you'll probably wonder why this is lying around. It's bubble wrap, and what can you do with it except stick it in the bin? So we've stuck it just under the top of the roof there, just to stop any cold air coming in. It just keeps it a bit more secure in terms of the little seedlings being exposed to, you know, different temperatures. So that is all to go up there as well. So there you go. I'm going to get on with my seed sowing. I hope you are feeling the joys of spring, and I hope you're feeling energized and excited about new projects that you might have in mind. It's just, to me, it's such a wonderful time to start getting busy again, and there's so much to do. So I'm going to say bye for now. Have a look in the box below if you want any more information about us or about the new herb course, and also subscribe if you've enjoyed the video and share it with your friends. Thanks so much. See you soon.